In this video, I'm going to be sharing my top supplements I take for rheumatoid arthritis and overall well-being. So if you happen to be living with or despite some form of arthritis, this video is for you. However, if you are just interested in improving your overall well-being and your lifestyle, this is a great video for you as well. So stay tuned because that's coming all right up. Hey guys, what's up? It's Effie. Welcome back to my channel where I discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of living with a chronic illness and other lifestyle topics. As always, make sure to check out the About section on my YouTube channel where you can find a little bit more about my channel and what you can expect to find on here. So for this video, I just want to say before I begin that this is not promoted in any way, and this is all just my own opinion and what I've learned through 15 years of living with a chronic illness, specifically rheumatoid arthritis. Before I share the ones that I have found to be the most beneficial for me and maybe you, I just wanted to share some top brands that I have found that are the highest quality. So with supplements, it's really important to keep in mind the quality versus quantity. You can take like 30 supplements throughout your day and have those be total crap. And so just like with the food you may be eating, you also have to be mindful of the supplements that you put in your bodies. Especially for those of us living with rheumatoid arthritis and everything, the medications, unfortunately, while they do help and they are lifesavers in many respects, they do have a double-edged sword to them. And for me personally, I'm just gonna share a little side note that when I started going on methotrexate, one thing that was brought to my attention was how it was stripping the essential minerals and vitamins in my body. So if all else fails, the biggest thing to watch out for is coloring. So let's say you're at the convenience store or a health food store and you read the label and it says red 40, blue 2. You need to put that down and run for the hills, not walk for the hills, because those are very dangerous for you if you consume them over time. And you know, you see those in packaged foods, junk food, everything that you should not be doing if you have a chronic illness. If you are diagnosed with a chronic illness or you are being mindful about your overall well-being, those are the top things to watch out for in food and supplements. You should not have those things in your diet, period. The second biggest thing to watch out for is titanium dioxide. And I had a huge wake-up call years ago, and while I don't think I have had a supplement that had this in it, I did find it really weird when I was looking at my foundation one day and I was reading the ingredients, and then one of the ingredients in my foundation that I was putting on my face said titanium dioxide. The third and fourth thing to watch out for is gums and magnesium stearate. Magnesium stearate should always be in a vegetable form. It should not be in any other form. And then gums, there is xanthan gum, gar gum, and some other little ones out there that are even in our food, and they can cause big digestive disturbances among many other things. Another thing is lead, mercury, and PCBs, which sometimes can be found in fish oils. I personally don't take fish oil anymore, but if you are into fish oil and you do have to take it, just be mindful of the brand that you're getting, because a lot of fish, they do contain high amounts of mercury naturally, so you need to make sure that you're getting the purest, highest quality fish oil supplement, or else you run the risk of ingesting high amounts of lead and mercury in your system. Another thing to watch out for is artificial flavors. You should always strive to have something say sweetened naturally with X, Y, and Z. If there's something that says artificially sweetened or anything of the sort, again, run for the hills, put it down, you don't need it. And for sake of time, I provided 2 links in the description box below of articles that go in depth about each of these things that I listed right now. And so you guys can go at your own convenience and time to learn about what these things may cause in your body over time if you decide to take them in a supplement form or even in a food source. So with that being said, I want to share now the top brands that I found to be the highest quality. And as I said before, quality, it matters more than quantity. And you always need to keep that in mind, that if you can get the highest quality, it's going to be better for you in the long run. And my first one, I would say, has to be Pure Encapsulations. And the second, Vimergy. The third, Orthomolecular, and the fourth, bulk supplements. So these brands all have websites where you can get their vitamins, and they also have them on other outside sources like Amazon. And I know for pure encapsulations, they do have a website where you can find their stuff along with millions of other things, and it's called pureformulas.com. So one thing I noticed during the pandemic is that toilet paper was not the only thing people were hoarding. They were also hoarding immune boosting supplements, which was very annoying for someone like me who's chronically ill, who actually relies on them and actually really needs them. And I'm not saying that people out there who don't live with a chronic illness don't need these immune boosting supplements, because we all do. But there came a time during the pandemic, around the time that the toilet paper was being, taken and everything, and I found that the supplements that I rely on were sold out all of a sudden, and they weren't in for weeks or a couple months. And I had to find other methods to try tracking these down. And so while Amazon wasn't obviously the best route for me, I had to become an investigative reporter and see where else I can find these supplements online. So pureformulas.com was literally a saving grace when it came to finding the supplements I needed. And another one is naturalhealthyconcepts.com, NHC, and they were also one that I found was really helpful. Okay, so this is my little drawer of supplements, and I actually keep them in here purposely because it's just easier for me to have everything stored away in this manner. There are some things that I have in my kitchen because I put them in my smoothies and all that stuff. And for those thinking like I take all these supplements and freaking out that you will too, I actually don't take half of these, but I do keep some of them for reference. Like if there is a supplement that I used to take but I don't need it for now, and it hasn't gone bad, I keep it because eventually down the line I may need it again, which has happened before. Other times I just want to know what I have, and sometimes I take pictures and email them to myself. That's just another tip if you don't want to have things like clogging up your space. Okay, to actually make this easier for you guys to view what I'm showing, I'm going to have little pictures of the supplements in the corner of this video, so you can pause it, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. And I'm going to start with the first one. So Biotin is a huge thing to have in your daily regimen, especially if you are taking medication for rheumatoid arthritis. For me, I'm on methotrexate. It's a low-dose chemo drug. It's well known that causes hair thinning, hair loss. So the Biotin that's helped me is one by Claire Labs. However, I do have to say that the last ingredient in here is silicone dioxide. I'm not too happy about it, but I have taken it recently and for a while because I've noticed that it's the only Biotin that really helps my hair. And a big tip with ingredients is when something is listed last, then you know that's the least amount of the ingredient in there. So it made me feel better that silicone dioxide was the last ingredient, because then I know that it has the least amount of it in here. All right, so the next one I have is calcium. And calcium has been another controversial topic as to if you should take a supplement or get it from your food source. My rheumatologist told me she wants to get it more from my diet, and unfortunately I am dairy free right now because I had found out that I have a moderate to severe food intolerance to casein, which is basically what makes like cheese very stringy. And now that I've healed my gut a little bit and I've gotten better in that respect, I now have a mild intolerance to dairy. So for me, I will probably start incorporating some form of dairy in the form of yogurt or ice cream, which I have found are the two best ways to start incorporating dairy if you've been avoiding it for a while, because it's easily digestible due to the fructose. In the meantime, while I do eat a lot of green vegetables and all that stuff that has calcium in it, Swiss chard, broccoli, kale, those are the main 3 vegetables that you should have in your diet for high amounts of vitamin D, calcium, vitamin K. It's also sometimes important to have calcium. Like for me, I'm on prednisone, is known to cause thinning of the bones, osteoporosis, osteopenia. So again, I can't get all the calcium I need from my food. It's not possible. And so I have found a really good brand that has done well for me so far, and it's calcium from oyster shell. My next one is magnesium, and magnesium, I feel if I had to pick 3 vitamins, this would be my number 1. Magnesium is amazing. It helps with your muscles, your joints, makes you have a better night's sleep, digestion. It's really a very powerful supplement. And yes, you can get magnesium from chocolates and all this other stuff in your food source, but again, you may need a little bit of more kick and support, and that's okay. You don't need to feel bad about that. And the one that I use is from Pure Encapsulations. There are other forms of magnesium out there as well that I'm sure are good, but this one is the best that I found. And I just want to mention quickly that for anyone who is into reading books and researching about what may be beneficial for you, there's a really good book out there by Dr. Brownstein, and it's called Overcoming Arthritis. I have it here in the corner as well. So for his supplement recommendations for people with arthritis are very simple and to the point. And he says here, a multivitamin mineral product, vitamin A, vitamin B complex, vitamin B3, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. Those are the things that he recommends. And then with minerals, like I just talked about, he says magnesium is really important, calcium, selenium, zinc, copper. These are things that are also immune boosting as well, which a lot of those that I just listed were out of stock for months due to the pandemic. So another thing I want to discuss is B complex. And I can't stress enough how important it is to have B vitamins. They are water soluble, so unfortunately, like, you're going to have to take them every day because they don't necessarily last in your body for long. But they are really important for many functions of the body. And a lot of people tend to take B vitamins separately too. Like if you were to go into bulk supplements, they have really, really, really nice way of packaging their stuff. So for people who don't necessarily like swallowing pills, the next best option is finding it in a powder form. I personally have a couple items from bulk supplements, and that's HCl. And the other one I have is magnesium glycinate because I wanted to alternate between the magnesium glycinate powder and capsules. And you can do that. You can switch up your regimen and give your body a boost in different ways. And for HCl, quickly, that is to help build up more stomach acid. I know a lot of people are doing the celery thing. I do that too. That is a really great natural way to build up your stomach acid over time. And I found that really helped me. Along with HCl, I started incorporating that into like heavier meals. So quickly, I just want to share some immune boosting stuff. Oil of oregano is amazing. I get this one from Designs for Health. And a lot of people say there's kind of like an aftertaste, but that's just what it is with oregano because it's just so potent and powerful. Even if you were to, grow your own herb and put it in your tea, you'll see that it's a very pungent taste. And NAC, this is really good for respiratory function and just an overall, detoxification. This is something that I found, NAC, that was sold out for, I'm not joking, 3 months because everyone is so concerned about their respiratory health right now with COVID and everything. So again, these are supplements that you can take and share with your family as well. Like oil of oregano is one of the best antimicrobial, antibacterial vitamins that you can have. I mean, if you feel like you're coming on with a cold or flu, taking an oil of oregano right at the first signs is very helpful. If I had to pick another vitamin in my top 3 list to live with for the rest of my life, it would be enzymes, hands down. I already mentioned magnesium, but digestive enzymes are the most important thing that you can have, for the reason being that sometimes we don't produce enough stomach acid, or we just need help breaking down proteins, carbohydrates, and whatever else we put into our bodies. And there's 2 that I have found. Digestzyme-v by Orthomolecular is something I used to take. However, I recently switched over to Enzymedica Basic, and it's been working really great for me. And another immune boosting supplement that I came to find has been sold out for months was zinc. And you can take zinc in a liquid form or a capsule, but the one that I'm taking now, Zinc 30 by Pure Encapsulations, is just a capsule a day, and it really, I know I feel really good on it, and it helps ward off, obviously, infections and bacteria. And so this is something to really have on hand as we're coming into the flu season and winter time when things may spike again, even with the pandemic stuff going on. So this is something to even tell your family members about who don't even have arthritis or a chronic illness to keep in their medicine cabinet, because it's going to be really helpful for them too. Obviously, I take now a B complex plus that has folate in it, which is really important when you're on methotrexate or any other immunocompromising medication. And I used to take Intrinsic B12 folate by Metagenics, and I sometimes do. And a tip that I got from my functional medicine doctor recently was, he said that, yeah, you can take the B complex plus daily or most of the week, and then give yourself a break with it and take this one. And he even gave me another one that you'll see on the screen too by Orthomolecular, and it has a higher amount of B supplements and folate, which I sometimes have taken the day after my medication. And then the last three I just want to share, and I know there's many others in my supplement bin, but again, those are more personalized to me, so I'm just trying to keep this video very generalized. And if you guys are interested in knowing like the other more specialized things that I do take, I will for sure share that. So selenium is one of the other ones that I really love. I get it from Pure Encapsulations. And this is just a really good antioxidant defense type of supplement. It's good for thyroid health if anyone is dealing with that. It's good for your hair, and it's just something that you can also get in the form of, you know, various nuts. The last one I would have to say is vitamin E. Very good for your skin. We know that, many of us know, that you can get vitamin E topically and put it on your skin. It's great for scars, and it's just, you know, something that I personally have started myself, and this brand Diva Vitamin E. I take 400 IU, and it's a plant source. Vitamin E is really good for your heart, and it also helps your eye health and lowers your risk for certain cancers. Iron is another one that I have taken here and there. I've sort of lowered my iron as well because I found that it may not always be the best for you in certain respects. It can actually raise your inflammation from what I have learned with my doctors if you have too much of it. So there's one thing that my functional doctor has introduced to me, and it's called Optiferrin C. It's also from Pure Encapsulations. I know other people say that to rely more on food sources for iron, and again, you can do that. One person recommended I try beef liver. I've had a nutritionist and a dietitian a long time ago recommend that to me as well, but at the time I did have a moderate to severe reaction to beef, so I didn't have the beef liver for that reason. But right now I am going to start incorporating that this month, so I'm trying to find a good high quality beef liver around my area, and I'm going to see how it tastes. Probably not going to be the best, but if you cook it the right way, which I will not have a problem with doing, then it will be really tasty from what I hear. So that's something I'm excited to try. And another form of good vitamin C I found is something called acerola. I believe I'm saying that correctly, but it comes from cherries and actually has more higher content of vitamin C than oranges do. So that's one thing that is on Amazon as well, but it's been sold out. I think it came back in stock, but I'm not sure. And Micro C, right here from Vimergy, is also a really good one if you're looking for vitamin C. And the last one I want to share is turmeric. And this one over here in the corner, Moriva, soy-free, it's 500 milligrams, has really been helpful for me as well. It does have some of the additives that I discussed, and so that's why I'm trying to steer towards another one right now, but I found that Moriva is hands down really helpful though. Like I've tried ones from Gaia Herbs and a couple other companies, and they just made me feel really hot. I felt worse. And another supplement I've come to find is niacinamide, and it's from Swanson, and Swanson is a really good brand too that you guys should look into. They've been around since 1969, and this is actually a supplement that Dr. Brownstein recommends in his book. So this is something I would highly recommend. And you can obviously take B3 in the form of niacin and have it be flush free, and this is also flush free, but this form of niacinamide is really known to help with inflammation better. Alright guys, so this is all I have for this video. I hope you found it informative and helpful, and you know, if you have any questions for me, let me know, and if you want any more information, I will do my best to provide that for you guys. Please share this with anyone in your life, and you know, I hope you guys do well with whatever you choose to incorporate in your daily regimen. Before we go, I want to share this week's Spoonie Star Supporter of the Week. Thank you so much for showing me love on Instagram. And if you want to be the next shout out in my next video, all you have to do is stay active on my Instagram and YouTube channel. Hey guys, actually I'm back. So I forgot one more vitamin that I wanted to share that is really important when it comes to pain and inflammation relief, and it has personally been a game changer for me, and that is vitamin D. And so I take one currently from a brand called Sunny Skies, and it's just 4 drops a day. Sometimes you can go up to 5 if you need. So I know I listed my top 3, but I would have to add this on to be my top 4. And there probably is a top 5, and those would have to be Other specialized ones, well, I'll just list off quickly. So spirulina, barley grass, chaga. Until next time, guys, bye.